I was in prison, I got in more trouble, a lot of trouble. Got inducted into a gang. I got an attempted murder charge, and things went downhill. At some point, right, I started to realize that, right, I wasn't gonna last much longer. I wasn't gonna live much longer. Like, my life expectancy, the probability was very high that I wasn't gonna live past 25. Right, so I started really contemplating the idea. So just started thinking about whether or not I could have something different. If I got out where I was, I would 100% die. So I started trying to change, started trying to get in some programs. Only problem was, right, I couldn't do it. I couldn't stop smoking, I couldn't stop drinking, right? I was attracted to that lifestyle until I had one experience. My friend started inviting me to Friday nights. It was a ministry, and he said, hey, listen, they have coffee and oatmeal pies there. I wasn't getting commissary, so that sounded like a great Friday night. So I went for the coffee and oatmeal pies. Over the course of 3 weeks, I don't know what happened, but I became very depressed, very suicidal. I ended up going to this ministry. I was sitting back. It was about 70 or 80 men there. I'm sitting back, and all I remember is asking, I'm like, Jesus, if you're real, like, help me. And then I had an overwhelming encounter. It was such a tangible, overwhelming sensation of peace I never experienced before. I can feel it. I started sobbing. I'm boohoo crying. And it's more men than this. And we don't cry, we don't touch, we don't do it. Everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy. From that day forward, my life has never been the same since. It has never been the same. Like, I can't describe to you the changes that have happened inside of my heart. Like, I didn't like a lot of people. I prescribe the philosophies that come from the hood, right? You don't trust anybody, right? You don't make friends, especially no new friends, right? But then something started happening. Then I actually started caring about people. I started loving people. I can't describe to you what was happening, these micro changes that occurred inside of me. Well, then I got released from prison, and then life smacked me in the face. It got really hard. Right? I started drinking a little bit, I smoked some weed, and then I met my beautiful wife, Deanna, you'll see her over there with my kids over there, right? And this was the grace of God on my life, right? I was trying to do things right, but I was struggling. It was difficult. I didn't have a community. I didn't know anybody that was doing anything that I was doing. What the task for me was to cut everybody off, and that was difficult. Some of the people that I felt that loved me the most came from the block. Right, those are the people that was there for me. The only difference was they loved me, but they actually didn't love me, right? Because if you love somebody, you won't approve of something that they're doing that'll cost them their life. So then, right, I had to relearn my entire, all the things that I have now, I had to relearn it. Everything I understood about life, right, I had to let go. And then I met my wife, I got in church, right, met my pastor, got in the community, and my life completely changed. Well, I got married, I had 3 beautiful kids. I ended up growing in a career that I am now. I'm an area manager at Valley and Oil Change, right? We just bought our first house in September. My life is completely different. Many of the people that I know, right, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, are still in the same place that they were in when I first got arrested in prison in 2009. In the same place, right? But in a worse position, in a worse condition, right? And I'll tell you, even if I didn't have the money that I have now or be in the place that I be in, I would still give my life to Christ, because you cannot substitute the real fulfillment that I have inside now. So what you do right here, all of this is addition, right? This isn't your actual life. This is how you express the gift that God has given you. And now that I know that, now I can actually live with fulfillment. Everybody stand up. Everyone stand up. Hey, listen, I'm going to pray with you really quick. I just wanted to share that with you, right? No matter how difficult it gets in life, I can promise you one thing. I can promise you one thing, right? There is nothing worse than losing your soul. I can promise you, no matter how difficult it gets. I thank God that I had the opportunity, right, to have Jesus in my life now. Life is better, right, but it's not best if I didn't receive Jesus. Everybody understand that? Everybody understand that? All right, circle up. Let's pray it up really quick. Circle up, circle up, circle up.